You're killing me here, folks. They want to see you. Make the noise.
Ello Steph on the YouTube. We have a fantastic panel for you guys, and they're so stoked to be here. And I know all of you are excited, and your screaming is giving me so much life, but maybe if we can do it in intervals just to hear everyone out, make sure everyone has their voice heard. So, do you guys want to introduce all of yourselves and your channel?
Sure, yeah, let's do that.
Hi, my name is Cassata, and I am a transgender activist and a singer-songwriter.
I am RJ Aguiar. I am bi-furious. I'm the Not Adam on my personal channel, and I'm also one half of Chef 689. I see my future husband in the audience. Hey babe, I love you.
Hey guys, my name is Marissa, and my channel is Lesbian Talk.
Hi, I'm Tyler. Did somebody just hold up a flamingo? I'm all about it. Hey, what's up? You can find me on the internet, just Tyler Oakley.
Hi, I'm Stevie, and my channel is youtube.com/Stevie.
Awesome. So this is about being brave enough to be yourselves, whether it's your orientation or just having the courage to be something or express yourselves in a way that sometimes we're not always excited about doing at first. But, so I feel like the first step to understanding this process is learning about it. So when did all of you hear about the LGBTQ plus community, and did knowing more about it help you with the coming out process?
Go down the line, maybe?
Yeah. Popcorn in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of always knew about my sexual identity and my gender identity. I just always felt like a boy, and there really was no one on YouTube that's transgender, so there wasn't many people to watch, but I remember watching Gay God, and he was like the first person I watched back in the MySpace era.
Yeah, I mean, I heard the word bi in like middle school, but it was used as like a kind of a negative, like, oh, she's bi, she's just a slut, oh my god. And because I grew up like in the Catholic Church too, like they always are like, you have a choice, choose between, you know, you can choose to be with women or choose to be with men. And I was like, actually, yeah, that's kind of the case. And it wasn't until college that I was, you know, meeting other people, then it's like, oh, this is a valid thing. And then actually found out about the YouTube LGBT community through my man who's in the audience. He's Bright Rainbow. He was the YouTuber when we met. I had no idea what it was, so it was a happy accident.
I mean, I was probably one of 2 lesbians in my high school, and I had no idea anything about the LGBTQ community. I'd probably say didn't know anything until about college, and I feel like that's when everyone experiences everything. Oh, it's all over the world. And then YouTube came along. I think the first YouTuber I watched was Jenna Ann, Lesbian Answers, and I was like, what is this? I need to do this. So, yeah, that's when I was really exposed to it.
I knew I was gay. Because
gay?
like, I'm so gay. I know, yeah, you're gonna catch it, watch out. Wouldn't be the worst thing to catch from me, but
Whoa.
listen.
We're learning so much.
A subtle cough would be worse. No, I knew I was gay always, and then, but I was kind of exposed to the LGBT community as time went on. Like, I guess in middle school, like, I knew I was gay, but I didn't know anybody else in, like, the other letters of the whole community. And then as high school came along, I started to meet other people. Back then, like, there was still like, I mean, in the people that I was surrounding with, like, even people doubting if bi even existed, things like that. And then when I went off to college, it's like you were exposed to so many more people. And I think every, like, expansion of my circle, I felt like I was meeting more and more people that identified as other things, but also were accepting of other things, and kind of like expanding my worldview as I went from high school to college to now out in the real adult life world. Yeah, so the more you get out there, the more people you'll meet that you will relate to.
Thank you. I think that it is way more difficult to find an LGBT community in real life, in my experience. And so online has opened the doors because gay people don't necessarily have anything in common with each other. Like, there's all kinds of other than being gay.
There's so many different flavors of gay.
Yeah, just because someone's a lesbian doesn't mean I'm going to be best friends with them.
Nacho cheese.
Are you trying to say we're not
Fiery, you know.
I hate nacho cheese. No.
I don't. And you can't sit with us, but it's okay.
But yeah, I think that the online LGBT community really makes it, about his nacho cheese.
It's easier to connect, but it's easier to find the people that are similar.
For that one day too.
Yes.
But yeah, the online community definitely is a huge asset for education, awareness, and acceptance of this community. I feel like, personally, the best way to accept something is to further understand it. It's a lot easier to hate something that you don't understand than taking the time to learn about it. So that's what's great about YouTube, and all of you are fantastic role models for that. So, absolutely fantastic. So when did you all start creating YouTube videos, and when did you come out on YouTube? Did you ever feel like you had to come out, or was it just sort of out there?
I think I came out on YouTube in 2007, and my early videos were so bad I deleted them all. I wish I didn't delete them. Yeah, really awkward. And I actually came out as transgender on the Larry King show. So that was like my big, like, oh, let me just come out to everyone all at once. And that's why I came out to my family and my friends and my school. So it was a little intimidating. Way to one-up us all.
Well, I know,
like right off the bat, bye.
Playing that trump card. No, I actually kind of felt like I came out twice on YouTube almost, because it was like I was public about the fact that I was in a same-sex relationship, and then because everybody assumed that that meant I was gay, I was like, no, nope, and then finally just got sick of getting the same questions over and over, so I'm like, I should just make a video about this, and lo and behold, now here I am. So it's weird. It's funny how that works.
Vicarious and proud.
Yes. Team B, where's Team B? Team B represent? Okay.
Well, I mean, I never really not came out on YouTube. My entire YouTube channel is based on the fact that I am a lesbian.
YouTube name.
Yeah, Lesbian Talk. So I was just always out, but I did tell my story and do, you know, the whole coming out process of how I did it, so I did explain it, but there was never a time where I was like, maybe I'm not gay. No, they always knew. Common knowledge.
Yeah, I came out when I was 14, and that was before I was ever a YouTuber. I was a YouTuber when I started, I was 18, so I was getting more and more comfortable with who I was, and to the point where I was like, I don't know if I have to come out, or like, I feel like you could tell, kind of, sometimes.
What? You're so butch. No.
Thank you.
Kidding?
You know what? It's
Why
just
is
who
there
I
laughing?
am.
It's true.
Butch is not a good thing or a bad thing, it's just me. Okay. No, I make a joke every LGBT panel. I'm like, oh, I need to make a coming out video, but I think I might. Because I feel like it's a story like maybe some people will relate to, whether or not like it's new information. I don't know. But yeah, it's always been part of my, I guess, quote unquote narrative. Are you still thinking about cheese?
Yes.
When did you come out as a nacho cheese enthusiast?
Should have just had that pizza backstage.
Yes! I knew we should have brought
bring it out.
Seriously. Someone's still thinking about
Mean Girls and Break It Apart. You did.
Sorry, go ahead. No, so I was in relationships online, so I didn't really make a coming out video until I came out to my grandmother, and I called her on the phone and told her I was gay, and she reacted really, really well, which was really shocking because she's a racist lady from the South. So yeah, that's when I came out, and it was awesome, but everybody already really knew but her.
I mean, coming out is a process. I mean, I still want to be best friends with your grandma. We'll see how that works out. But I feel like it's something that you almost do every day, and there's different ways of coming out about different things. Like Ryan, I know you came out as transgender, and you also don't identify as straight, you identify as queer. Did you feel that you had to almost come out twice, or do they differ in any way for you personally?
Yeah. When I came out as trans, everyone just assumed that I was completely straight, and that's just like a common misconception with trans people, I think. And then I was like, I just always have to be like, no, I'm queer, I'll date anyone, you know, that I like.
Even that one.
But I had like a serious girlfriend for a while, so people, one, still think we're together, which we're not. I'm available. And,
Yes!
Get in line.
and I just like guys as well.
Can I be your ring
and
woman?
their gender. So.
I'm gonna do
Oh, okay. That would be awesome. Let's do it up.
Yeah, I feel like you're never finished coming out. It's always like whenever you're in a new environment or like have a new job or meet a new group of friends, it's always just like, how do I tell them? Do I tell them? I don't know. And there's even all these people that are like, well, since you're dating, you're like gonna marry a man, so like you're gay, right? I'm like, no, that's not how it works. So at least in my perspective, like you're never done, you're never finished. So.
I mean, sadly, we live in a society where we're probably going to have to constantly continue to come out for quite some time due to norms, and people just assume everyone is heterosexual and there is no LGBTQ community, but hopefully one day that will change and it's not so assumed.
I would say, like, even though you do have to come out more and more, or not more and more, but like over and over again, it's like, it gets so much easier every single time, to the point where or told anybody, like, it was the weight of the world. And then the next person, it gets a little bit better. And then
Like
the
a
next
continent.
person, yeah, it's like, you just feel like, I don't know.
And you're just like, oh, not again by the end.
But by the end, it's like, yeah, old news, give it the time. It's like, it's so non-issue as you go on. I think, at least for me.
Or you can just like wear a shirt like this and then just let people do the math.
Or
so.
this. You're really throwing mixed signals here. I have no clue.
Happy and furious, I'm sorry, I have mixed emotions.
It's really easy for me, and I do it every single time I meet someone. Hi, I'm Stevie. I'm a dyke.
You don't beat around the bush.
Proud and in charge.
All right.
All right. Nacho cheese.
Joshi.
But yeah, coming out never really ends, but I feel like it's a lot easier, especially when representation is out there and it's more known. It's a lot easier to come out when people are informed about it, and you all are fantastic role models for that. I mean, I know personally, especially from hearing stories from everyone in the audience and other fans, how people on the internet, even though there's the distance of the screen and miles, it's still good to have that comfort and that role model there, and all of you are fantastic role models with your content, with the way you present the subject matter. So how does it feel to be a role model? How does it feel to be a person that can inspire the way you were when you were a kid and questioning it?
It feels incredible. I mean, when I get like letters and stuff that someone was like touched by my YouTube video or song or something, like I honestly start crying because it's like, oh my God. Because I felt like exactly like the way these kids in the letters felt, like suicidal and alone. And I felt like that once, and I got through it, you know? And I got to the other side of it, and I know that it's possible for everyone to get to the other side of it. I believe in all of you, and it makes me, you know, I just believe it so much, it makes me cry, because I know it's true.
Yeah, it's an incredible privilege, and it's really awesome because, like, you know, people kind of spend their whole lives looking for a way to kind of make a difference, and it's just awesome to be in a position where you don't really all you have to do is just be yourself, and that in and of itself is enough to just help, you know, make people's lives better, and that's just.
I still don't understand sometimes how people see me as a role model. Me? Little old me? Like, I don't get it, but...
Of course.
I'm
so flawed, please don't.
I know, I'm like, why?
I say the word cock too much. It's like, no, don't follow my example.
Like,
no.
I sit on my kitchen floor and eat pizza alone. How's that a role model? But,
That's a role model to me.
So relatable.
life goals. But,
How many cats do you have?
None, I have one dog. But in all seriousness, I mean, the overwhelming feedback that I hear from you guys is just, it always takes my breath away. I don't understand how, I mean, I can make such a positive impact in your life, all of us can. And if that's something that we are doing, then I sure as hell hope we're all gonna continue to do it for as long as we possibly can. I mean, how many people say that they can change someone's life and have a positive impact? Not a lot of people can say that, so it's awesome, and you're awesome.
For me, it's one of those things where one of those things where I didn't join thinking that it would ever be a thing. Like, I think most of us probably have that same mentality. But it's not something you can really decide whether or not you're going to accept. It's like, this is the reality of the situation. People look to you or learn from you. You should use that to change the world for better. So when I get messages or when I get things, it's reminders to me to be a better person and to try to lead by example and blah blah blah, things like that. But also, it's a reminder to me that, okay, well, somebody has found me, but that means that there's still so many more people out there that don't relate to me, and it's my responsibility to try to amplify the voices of the rest of the LGBT community, not just like the gay ones or the white ones or the cis ones or whatever, but it's like knowing that not everyone's gonna get a gay white guy, in trying to show the other examples so that everyone can be gotten. Because when I was young, YouTube wasn't even a thing. Like, if I wanted to look at a gay figure, I would look to a TV show and maybe they'd have a gay character, and then maybe that gay character wouldn't be a stereotype, and then maybe that gay character would have more than just his gay plot as his thing. But now it's like with YouTube, you can find so many examples, hopefully, that will be just the right fit for you to identify with, and maybe inspire you to share your voice or your story. If that makes sense.
Visibility. And if you don't relate with someone, if there's something that you're missing in people that are on YouTube, then start a YouTube channel. Be that.
Yes.
That.
Absolutely. Representation is a huge aspect for such a diverse community. I feel like the entire alphabet doesn't even come close to describing all the colors and shapes and forms and identities that people have, but I feel that with YouTube, that awareness is becoming more and more well known, and it is almost like accidental education. Like, when I meet someone for the first time, I ask, hi, I'm Stephanie, what are your pronouns that you identify as? Because not everyone identifies as she, him, his, her, they, them. It's always important to ask and not assume. And I feel like we're seeing that on YouTube right now, because even with the whole bisexual stigma in society, it used to be something that was shamed, which is not okay. No identity is shamed, no identity is legitimate or not. And I feel like, especially like RJ, you're such a huge role model, I think, for that community and the way you represent the bisexual.
What? No. I don't know. It was just a matter of just getting fed up. Like, it really, like if you guys saw the bisexuality video, it was literally like I was sick of getting the same message on Tumblr over and over and over and over again. And so many of the videos too are just like, I'm sick of hearing the same thing. Let me just put this to bed once and for all. Like, just because, like, just trying to idiot-proof it as much as I can was basically just the whole mentality behind that. But yeah, I guess if you get pissed off enough, you can become a role model, I guess is the moral of that story. I don't even know.
So harness that anger to make a change.
Yes.
Beautiful spin.
Be brave to be yourself. So with coming out and role models and being those role models, who were your role models growing up? Whether it was a YouTuber or someone in your community who gave you the courage to come out. Like for me, I am peace, love, Ellen DeGeneres. We will dance together one day, but even all of you, I mean, I see all of you as role models, even if I don't identify specific things. Like Ryan and I have been friends for years, maybe 3, and I've stalked you for 4. This is the first time I'm telling you this. I watched that Larry King interview. But who are all of you, awkward, Who are all of your role models personally for coming out and learning more about yourself? You're mine!
In high school, I looked up to Harvey Milk a lot. He graduated from my high school, Bayshore High School. He was actually on our football team. That was the only time our school's football team was good.
So you're the scholarship recipient for the Harvey Milk Scholarship also.
I won the Harvey Milk Memorial Award. So he's what is a big inspiration to me, and he moved to San Francisco. I was like, I'm gonna move to San Francisco too. So I did, you know, so if you have a dream, you can do it. And my hero set up a dream for me and a way that I wanted to live, and that was a positive and happy life doing what I want to do. So I followed that dream and I made it happen.
I know this is gonna sound cheesy, but that guy right there, my soon-to-be husband, yeah, he's, I met him, I was, you know, this repressed former Catholic boy, and then he was already kind of light years ahead of me. He's like, own your own happiness, and, you know, just don't live your life for anybody else. And I'm lucky that he reminds me of that every single day. So, I love you, babe.
I'm actually gonna have to steal from you, Steph. I'm Ellen DeGeneres too.
Who else do we have?
Oh, totally. I mean,
Who else do you need?
I mean, just watching her get beat down and you know, by society, and society throwing such negative things at her, and her still always just staying positive and always seeing the bright side of the situations. And look at her now and like the success that she has, and her wife and her family. It's amazing. So ever since I was young, I always just looked up to her, and I continue to do every single day, and just to see her success.
Obviously Ellen DeGeneres is like my queen. Yeah, I know, even though like I'm not a lesbian, and I know I confuse you. But
What?
listen, plot twist of all plot twists. But also a lot of YouTubers for me, they showed me that like I can still be a role model, and even though there are tons of LGBT YouTubers that talk about LGBT content a lot, I don't necessarily have to show that you can be a good representation of somebody who identifies as gay. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be every video. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. Because sometimes I think like seeing somebody live their life to the fullest is just as encouraging as being educated, like, you know, from a video that is very specific, or you know what I mean. So Michael Buckley is a huge inspiration to me. William Sled, I don't know if anyone knows William Sled.
Yes.
He's the reason I made a YouTube channel. I saw his videos, I binge watched them. He's incredible, and I was like, I want to be somebody who just talks into a camera. And so seeing that representation, I was like, oh, I can see myself doing that maybe too someday. But yeah, Ellen is my number one though. She's my queen. And Ricky Martin, yeah.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, as gay people, when growing up, we had to have straight role models. So, I don't know, I guess Ellen, yeah, Ellen. Final answer.
Acceptable answer.
Cheese.
Or making me really hungry. Food is everyone's role model in my opinion. But...
Ooh, also RuPaul.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely, and it actually is now becoming normal in society, where drag culture is becoming a respected career, and it started even from like RuPaul, and then people uploading videos about drag makeup, and now there's a musical, Tony Award-winning musical about drag. So this is a generation of change, and you all are a generation of change. This is all an amazing growth that we're going on, and I feel like even the past year has grown so much. I know some of you were on these panels before. How do you feel like we have grown, or do you think there was any sort of change since the last time you did a panel like this?
Well, the fact that marriage equality is now legal in this state.
Not in Michigan yet. My home. I'm like, what are you doing?
Next step, Michigan.
So grody.
Hopefully we'll have a ruling by like July, September. I don't know. Fingers crossed on that one. But I think that's a pretty huge difference. Yeah.
Florida natives represent.
Oh, yes. Take that, Pam Bondi. What?
Well, even just from the last playlist panel that we did in was it November in New Jersey,
the representation there, although it was amazing, it was just the L and the G. And it's so great to see that we have so much more of our community represented just by these two here. And I would love for it to get, you know, even more diverse than that, and just to have exposure for, you know.
Chocolate on this stage.
Hell
please.
yes.
Where's Miles?
Actually, physical chocolate.
Well, that too. But
It
also,
always leads to food.
like, we need Kingsley, we need Miles, we need. Oh my God, she gives me life. She gives me life. Anyways, next time. Oh yes, Ashton Mardell.
But I think the fact that we can start naming a lot of these names, and you guys know all of these people, and that's an incredible thing to me. It's not like just like a few people anymore. It's like the community is, I think, expanding. You guys are joining us. You guys are creating your own stuff. Every playlist, I feel like during meet and greets, everyone's like, I just made my first video. Like, send it to me. I cannot wait to see it. Because
the dark side, yes.
I mean, I would probably say like all of our favorite YouTubers, it all starts with seeing one video. It's like, we just want you to join us. That sounds so weird. But yeah, you know what I mean.
We have cookies and chocolate. And cock and pussy, right?
There are moms here.
My virgin ears.
Yeah, never mind.
My dad is watching this.
Oh, so sorry, Steph's dad.
Shalom.
Hey, Daddy.
Throwing me.
So, what advice do you guys have for anyone who's ever come up to you, whether it was just being brave enough even to be a YouTuber, not even being gay, but being brave enough to make that first video, which is intimidating, being brave enough to come out, being brave enough to try out for a team, to everyone watching, and my dad.
You just have to do it. You know, it's hard at first, and you just have to be brave and do it, and don't care about what other people think at all. Just be yourself. That's all you could do, is be the best you that you could be. And if you're being the best you could be, then you're doing a really damn good job.
I would say your happiness is your job and yours alone. So definitely, like, own your happiness and, you know, do whatever it is you got to do, and don't let anybody tell you that you don't deserve happiness or love or anything like that. Pursue that for you, and that's all I have to say about that.
Just see it as something fun, you know. Don't see it that you have to create this whole personality just for the camera. Just be yourself. Everyone is going to like you more so for yourself than for some fake personality that, you know, you put out there on YouTube, hoping that everyone clicks the subscribe button. And I mean, whenever someone does, you know, tell me, oh, I just subscribed to your YouTube channel, I love your videos, you know, my response is always not like, oh, thanks for subscribing, thanks for adding a number to that, but it's always welcome to the family, because YouTube is such a huge family, and I don't think you're ever going to be shunned by anyone here. We're all just waiting with welcome arms.
I would say my piece of advice is, although it is undoubtedly very brave to come out or be yourself or be your best version of what you want to be, it's also brave, I think, in a way, to make sure that it's safe and not put yourself in harm's way if you know that you're going to get kicked out if you were to be yourself, to make sure you have that support system. And I think it's incredibly brave to do things at your own pace and not do it if all of your friends are like, oh, just tell the truth, oh, just come out, blah, blah, blah. You have to do it on your own terms, because this is your process, it's nobody else's.
Not a race.
It's not a race, yeah. And like, if you do it at your own pace, you're gonna understand what's happening as you're doing it a lot better. And then I had something else to say, but I don't remember it. So you can tell.
And there are so many resources too. Even if you feel like you're ready, but you're not sure that you're going to be safe for whatever reason, involving family or wherever you live, there are so many resources, and you can Bing it, Google it, YouTube it.
I remember what I was gonna say. So there's probably a lot of straight allies here. Yeah. You guys are great. Thank you. Make your presence known. Like, speak out, don't speak over. Let the LGBT voices or the voices that you're supporting share their own stories. Don't ever speak over that community that you're trying to support. But also let your presence be known, because sometimes if somebody's going through it and like they feel like nobody's gonna accept them, hearing that your best friend loves LGBT people can be the difference. You know what I mean? If you're a mom or a dad, don't say, well, when you have a husband when you're older, just say when you have a wife or a husband. That's what my parents did, and I was like, okay, I get it, you know. But like for me, that was how I knew my parents were gonna be supportive no matter what. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that is absolutely fantastic advice. I never even thought of it that way, but that is very true. Even my best friend Caitlin, who's right in the front row, is straight as a ruler, and I was really scared to come out to her when we met freshman year in college. But when you have that support given to you before you feel like you need to take the step, it helps you take the step, and then they do, and I feel like that's what's keeping it going. And what you said even about not overshadowing but passing the mic to a community, I feel like that's what's going to keep this growing, this panel growing, and all of you growing, because you're all fantastic individuals. So thank all of you for being on this panel and giving the advice that you
And how cool is it that this many people care about this topic? I feel like that is incredible. So thank you.
absolutely outstanding. All of you are absolutely outstanding. Thank you all so much for being here, and thank you guys.
Can we
for
take a
helping
selfie?
us out. Let's take a selfie.
Taking a selfie. Yeah.
There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right. That was beautiful.
Awesome.
Y'all look so good in that.
I know. They're pros.
Thank you all so much for coming out.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Bye, y'all. I love you.